Okay.
Let's go ahead and have you read a little bit.
Okay.
5 hours at a microphone.
As vengeance against. See, this is where it gets tough.
Is nothing for author Ruth Coker Burks. She spent much of the 80s and 90s caring for AIDS patients in their final days.
His mother's not coming. Nobody's coming. It's been 6 weeks. Nobody's coming. And I ended up staying with him for over 13 hours until he took his last breath on this earth. Roman candle.
Burks estimates she's comforted nearly 100 men left to die alone.
Who would ever think that the time would come when parents would not even want their children to bury them?
So she did what many families back then would not. She buried them in a cemetery she inherited in Hot Springs.
And I started getting phone calls after that, and more phone calls, and more phone calls.
Now she's sharing her story in a new book, All the Young Men.
This is their story, and it needed to be told because it didn't just happen in San Francisco or New York. It happened here.
Burks says the writing process transported her back in time.
I could still smell their individual cologne and, feel their beard when I touched their faces, and it was wonderful.
And it's getting international attention. Burks has been on American and Australian TV and in People magazine. Actor Ryan Reynolds is even developing a movie with Netflix based on her story, but for now, she's keeping it local.
Thank you.
Recording an audiobook at Haxton Road Studios in Bentonville.
Working with Ruth has been so great.
Owner Neil Greenhaw says it's an honor to take on such a high-profile project.
The alert level is what we're looking for, to where really when people listen to this book, that they really feel what the author is trying to say. And in this case, it really is a strong one.
And I had to get him.
With many people frightened and isolated during the COVID-19 pandemic,
It doesn't matter what you have, you still need to love that person and care for that person.
she feels this is the perfect time to remind people everyone deserves love and support.
They made a difference in the world. Even if they didn't live long, they made a difference.